Here we have the new 2026 Ford F-150. This one comes in the XLT trim level with the FX4 off-road package. Oxford white is the paint, and then we have the medium dark slate cloth interior. For the powertrain, we get a 5-liter naturally aspirated V8 engine that's made it to a 10-speed automatic transmission. As we come around to the front end here, we do get our LED headlamps along with the LED daytime running lights and the LED fog lights. I apologize in advance for the wind noise. The lights don't dance like that. That's just how my camera's picking them up. But really like the front fascia here. I love the yellow running lights. It just gives it a nice look, I think. Now these are going to be 18-inch aluminum wheels. Power door lock controls are here. Rear window lockout is there. Power mirror controls. We do get blind spot monitors in the side mirrors. One touch up and down windows for the front. Regular power windows on the back. Door handle release is there. Hood release, electronic parking brake, cargo lamp, headlamp controls with the fog lights. And then we do get a power tailgate as well. So hit that twice and it does release that. But a manual tilt telescoping steering wheel. There are the pedals. Storage compartment on the side there. But here's the power driver's seat with two-way power lumbar support. Huge thanks to Ford Lincoln of Franklin here in Franklin, Tennessee for allowing me to review this truck today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get to the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. Now we do get seat back pockets on both sides. Bottle holders are here, rear AC vents there, and then if this sticker would get out of the way, we do have two USB-C charge ports and then a 3-prong household plug-in down below. There's a view of the front from back here. And you have tons of headroom, legroom, of course, with this being a full-size truck. LED light there, grab handle. If you want to hang a whole uniform there, you can. And what I'm finding about this truck in particular, there's a lot of neat stuff on here for the money that you wouldn't expect on a truck of this caliber. But there are the child locks there. I can pull this release here, lift the seat up, and then you can stow things underneath. You have a little bit of a storage pocket there, but that's not really what that's for, but you can use it as that. Fuel filler. As we come around to the back end, we do have a drop-in bed liner on this one in particular. But there's a look at the back of the truck. There's the hitch, spare, exhaust. And then as we come around to this rear passenger side, I don't know what that was. But there's a look at the seat from this side here. Now what we can do is actually pull this, releases, and then you have access for a top tether if you need that. And locks back into place pretty easily, and your lower anchors stick out right there. Out of the window sticker here, it's kind of hard to see because of the glare, but I'm just going to show you the options. So XLT series, equipment group 302A, 7330. You're paying an extra $23.40 for the V8. And then the FX4 off-road package, the Blue Cruise. I mean, $64,320 is the sticker price. But you do get quite a bit on the truck, I think, with this equipment group. Specifically getting these power seats, the power lumbar is nice. A few of the other options you get as well. But a lockable glove compartment right here, side pocket there, and then you do get a top pocket here too. Now as we come around to the front one more time, quick look in the engine bay, and that is that 5.0 V8. And before we hop in the driver's seat, just a quick look at the blinkers, and then I can get out of this wind. So incandescent bulb in the back, LED up front, and it doesn't flash like that. Again, it's just my camera. And then we do get them on the side mirrors too. Let's get in here. So nice leather wrap steering wheel here. Really like that. There's the horn. Up here we have a little bit of storage if you want to use that. Auto stop, you can toggle that. And then you also have the hill descent as well. But to the infotainment system itself, we get AM, FM, XM radio along with Bluetooth audio. We also get wireless CarPlay, Android Auto compatibility. Navigation, you get full functionality with a subscription. You can set up your favorites here if you want to have this do something when you press it. Add your phone there. Here are the apps for the CarPlay, Android Auto, YouTube. Settings here, general settings, you can go in here and change your language. Then you can go back, change your units of measurement right in there. A few other features that are pretty self-explanatory, but I always like to show that because that's what people ask about the most. In the features here, driver assistance, you can actually change your cruise control from adaptive to normal, even control whether the lane centering is on, the lane change assist, all of that. And then even the speed limit assist, the lane keeping system itself. Now on the side here, you can go through what's shown, and you have a few options for what you can see there. Backup camera, guidelines follow you as you turn the steering wheel. You also get the bird's eye on this one in particular. So when I hit this button down below, that'll pull up the front camera. And then the Pro trailer, you can activate that system there. Volume controls are here. Click that to turn the audio off. Hazards, traction control, tune knob. You can seek there, play, pause. And then dual zone automatic climate controls. You can activate the dual there. And then you basically have to be out of this, out of a typical screen, and you can see the temperatures there at the top as you adjust those. The 3-stage heated seats, adjust fan speed, auto, fan direction. Over here you get a 12 volt and then a 3-prong 120. And then full 4-wheel drive, 2 high, 4 low, and then you can go through your drive modes here. So you have normal, I'm gonna show you here on the screen, eco, sport, tow haul, and then you have your 4-wheel drive, so your slippery, your off-road, and then you have the rock crawl mode there. USB-C, USB-A duo there. You can plug those in while your phone's in here. Additional storage throughout. Bottle holders here. Center console cubby space. You have a removable tray too. And there's a look at the back seat. And there's that power sliding rear window, which again, on this trim is very interesting. I'm glad it's there, but I just think it's funny. Sunglasses holder. There's the button for that. It's the power sliding window. LED lights. There's the vanity mirror. Like, we have a power sliding rear window, but we don't have any lights on the vanity mirror. Not that it really matters. I think it's funny just because of what I'm used to. Intermittent wipers over here, low, high, fluid, push that button in on the side, high beams, and the shifters on the column. So you just hit the brake, pull down, reverse, neutral, drive, and then you have your manual mode, press this in, and then you can see in that bottom left-hand corner what gear you're in as it changes. Left side of the steering wheel, cruise control, set the speed there, cancel, resume, lane keeping system toggle is there, and then the gap adjust for the adaptive cruise can be toggled there. You get an animation right here. But volume down, volume up, voice recognition, Bluetooth, track list, radio station presets, and then all this is for the top part of the gauge cluster, so you can see things like the coolant temp, battery voltage, and then you can even see the tire pressure monitors, fuel economy, all of that. Push button start. And then finally, here is the key fob with remote start. And then we can hit that button twice to release the tailgate. But next, let's go ahead and take this 2026 Ford F-150 XLT with the 5-liter V8 out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this F-150 XLT with the V8, I have it in the eco mode now. It doesn't feel as natural in this eco mode. It's kind of meant to just help you save on fuel, but not really how God intended this thing to drive. Probably most of the time I'd still leave it in normal mode just because it feels more normal. But if you are trying to just save as much fuel as possible, the eco mode does come in handy. It just keeps you from burning fuel when you don't have to, if that makes sense. But overall, just under idle, just barely giving it any throttle, the V8's relatively quiet. Now, as I put my pedal closer to the floor, it does want to get up and go. Again, you can just feel it being limited as opposed to when it's in normal mode and it just kind of goes like it's supposed to. It's a naturally aspirated V8, so. But overall, pretty easy to drive. The ride quality is really good on these smaller wheels, beefier tires. Now overall with the XLT here, with how this one has that 302, I guess 302A equipment group, I like how this one is equipped with a lot of different amenities. Just having the adaptive cruise here is nice. The Blue Cruise being included with the options here. Having the bigger screen, the heated seats, the full 4-wheel drive. I just really like how this one is equipped. And even though it's a bit more expensive, these cloth seats feel really comfortable. Having the heat is a nice touch. Having the power with the 2A power lumbar support is also a big help. It almost makes you forget that this is a more basic interior. And then even having the leather wrap steering wheel, this just feels like a very luxurious XLT, like a borderline Lariat XLT. But I mean, the eco mode here is actually, as I get used to it, I'm actually really starting to like it. But I'm gonna put it back into the normal drive mode. We're gonna see how that differs. Yeah, it definitely has a lot more pep in its step. I'm not feeling that that limiting from the eco mode there. Now, the overall comfort of the ride so far has been really good. The suspension here is definitely refined. Like most of today's full-size pickup trucks, it rides down the road, almost floats like you would expect, like a level below a Cadillac to be. So that's why I really like today's full-size trucks. They just really hug the road nicely, and they give you a nice ride quality overall. Now, I like seeing the fuel economy, and I like having this this meter up here because I can really kind of tell, like when I put my foot down, how much worse the fuel economy gets, or when I let off, how much better the fuel economy gets. So it's nice to be able to track your driving style, just how you're actually moving the pedal, how you're doing with your overall fuel economy. And then just as I'm driving this on these curves and whatnot, I like how it handles. It's very, very nice in how it handles, how it gets up to speed, how it kind of takes the road, if you will. And this is without even having to put my foot into it, without using the sport mode or anything. All right, so we have the truck in sport mode now. Probably won't be able to really give it what I want, but we're gonna try to give it a pull getting on the interstate here. Got a little bit of space here. Here we go. Wow, that was something else. Wow. Yeah, that was impressive. That was downright impressive in terms of the acceleration, so very strong. But I want to give another big thanks to Ford Lincoln of Franklin here in Franklin, Tennessee for allowing me to review this truck today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. But I mean, overall, the V8, I think it's a really good option. You don't have to worry about the turbos. You don't have to worry about not having enough power, and then you can always supercharge these, as many people do. But it's a solid truck. The F-150's been a solid truck. This one in particular is, you know, it's expensive only if you don't see the usage and all the options that this one has. This has full four-wheel drive. This has a naturally aspirated V8. It's got 2 3-prong household plug-ins. Love having the Blue Cruise here. It's just, there's a lot of options on this truck. The only thing it doesn't have is really leather. But again, I think for the money, if you're looking for a 4-wheel drive pickup truck that has power seats up front with power lumbar support, that's important to me. You know, a few of these other amenities, this is a good way to go. You get a solid truck. You're not having to worry about turbos. You're not having to worry about GM 6.2 if you've heard the issues going on with that. This is just a tried and true powertrain, and it's just a more raw feel as well. So for that kind of money, it's not a bad deal in my opinion. And with all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2026 Ford F-150 XLT.